Alright, so this video is for Robert. This is about the Hammer 7 L96. Everything sitting right here is what's coming with it. I'm going to see if I can't scrounge around some any more goodies to throw in. But right now, what we want to address is we want to address the internals of the L96 and, what is it? The bolt. That was the one that you were talking about. So, about the bolt, first off, let me see if I can get this on camera. Air tank, you're going to have to come up here with me. That's how much it sticks out with the standard one. Now that is not the only option that comes with it. That's just the one that I have on currently. Alright, air tank, you're going to have to come up here. Currently I have the marker aired up so that I can shoot it. Well, dry fire for you. I'm going to move that to the side, that to the side. Well, actually, let's just take these down. I don't need this. This is your velocity rod. Barrel plug. Don't need the magazine. Tape measure over there. Pencil over there. Pager. That. This is your O-rings and your screws and all the other such that you need for the marker. And here's everything that has to do with the assembly and other various tools that you'll need for the marker. So, we're going to go ahead and put this down here in sight. And we're going to go ahead and look at the different options. Here's all your tools. So here are some various size screws that actually fit in that hole. Here's your standard one. To the end of where that threading is, you see that little edge right there? That's how far it sticks out. Alright, let's go ahead and put that up there against the edge, and there's your lengths. So really, and you can always go down to the store and get other ones if you wanted. Here's the medium sized one. And voila. Now look at how far that stands out. Pull this one out some more and put inside the other one. Personally, I think this one's probably the most comfortable. Go ahead and stick this one in there. Voila. So really, your cocking handle thing, that really isn't something to worry about, because it does come with other screws, and you can always go down to Lowe's or something with the screw size, and you can always grab another one, like a larger one, for a couple cents, or I don't know how much it is. I haven't been to Lowe's in forever. Alright. You're going to need this. Go ahead and place these off to the side here. And I'm going to need the smaller one. Back in there, that back in there. Go ahead and take this. So, the remote line. You could choose to just let me keep the remote line. When I started airing it up, there was a little bit of an issue. I got it resolved by tightening the remote line down all the way, but as I was airing it up, it was actually leaking a little bit of air out of the head right here, and I actually resolved it by tightening it down like a workhorse, and it isn't leaking anymore. And I'm sure it's probably just an easy fix, but if you have your own remote line and you don't want to take this one, you can just let me keep it. But other than that, I mean, I'll send it anyways. So before I go ahead and disassemble it, cock it back, push it forward. Safety off. Fires. Cock it back. Push it forward. Fires. Man, that's actually sound dampening. That tip there. Cock it back, push it forward, fires. Safety on, go ahead and disassemble it. Some of the paint areas have artificial wear. It's not drastic artificial wear like some people do, but that's okay. I don't need to shoot this anymore. I'm not going to need to shoot this anymore. So, we're going to go ahead and air it down. Oh. Well, it looks like I got that leaking issue resolved, doesn't it? Look at that. It's not leaking anymore. That's awesome. Alright. So there isn't a leak anymore. Go ahead and get rid of some of this air. This would be a lot easier if I did it like this. There we go. Alright. Now that all the air is out of the marker, I can disassemble this bad boy. So, I'm going to come out of their tank. Put my air tank away. Screw them out. And let's disassemble it. So, to begin disassembling it, we're going to start by undoing each one of these screw holes. Two of these screw holes, these two right here, don't have screw in them. They're strictly aesthetic. Most of them, you only need to get them started a little bit. And after that, they'll pull right out. Just like that. This one right here screws in all the way. The reason being why is because the body that I took this from actually took its magazine right underneath there, so there actually wasn't any screw hole in here. It was just an aesthetical piece. But I had to change that, you know, to actually make that little area durable, and it is durable. So you actually have to unscrew it all the way through. And likewise, we're screwing it back in. Screw. This one right here, this screw right here, is actually a bracing screw. And what I mean by that is that this one right here is part of the, it's one of the screws that actually holds this body piece in place. What I did is that I cut out a little section down in there, and to the marker. It doesn't affect it at all. And when the screw's screwed in, it holds the marker in place. See, now the marker has leeway. With that screw in there, it doesn't have any leeway. Well, it might because, you know, it's not screwed on. Let's go ahead and tighten that up a bit. Can't tighten it up a bit. Alright, is it down there? Oh, look at that. Doesn't want to move. Screw hole there, screw it all down here at the grip. So we're going to take that screw hole out of the grip, the screw out of the grip. Okay. Getting back down here to the stock. There's two screw holes down here at the stock. Alright, come off it, mate. Come on. There we go. There's that one. Alright, now all the screw holes are gone. All the screws are out of the screw holes. We're going to go ahead and loosen up the cheek rest here. And to do that, what you're going to do is you're going to stick this piece inside this little hole right here, and you're going to tilt it up create pressure up against one of the walls. Not a lot of pressure, just a little bit. And then you're just going to turn it, and that loosens the screw. So now, I can just pull this right up on out of there. And it'll make it a lot easier when we go to disassemble it. And here's where it has a little bit of artificial wear. Alright. Screws away. Just down there. So now, what's keeping this together are little, tiny little tin or metal rods inside here that hold it together. It isn't as strong as the screws, but well, you'll see in a minute. So we're going to take and we're going to put our first screw down there by the trigger guard, and we're not going to be heavy with this. We're going to be very light because we don't want to, you know, do any damage. And if you're having trouble, what you do is you take the little Allen key here. Once you open it up, and you put it in there for brace. Okay, remote line. You stop. Okay, putting you up here next to the remote line. Okay, well they're gonna miss me on that building part, so I'm busy. Back over, strictly because I don't want everything to explode out of the back again like it has the other times that I was disassembling this and making it. I'm doing the process of making it. Oh my goodness. You know what? I forgot to do something here. Like an idiot. I'm going to go ahead and close this top one just a little bit. And we'll go ahead and pull that little piece out right there. And I'm just being an idiot, but you're actually supposed to take the back of the stock off too. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to disassemble it. And this just comes from me not disassembling this gun a couple months, but don't worry, no harm done. No harm done. All you have to do, there's two screws back here. All you have to do is get them started, get them out of there to the point where you can just twist them. And there's your back screw right there. That's one. No, it's really not a good thing that I did this when I'm trying to sell this thing. I made a video demonstrating how to take it apart, and I made a mistake on taking it apart in the video. And now I'm paying the price because, you know, it would have been nice to be able to disassemble this without worrying about the stock. Hey, it's okay. It'll be fine. I might actually cut some of this out because this screw's giving me trouble. And I can't get the right angle here. So I got everything taken apart. this will make it a lot easier. I'm just going to take this off the remote line. That way I can do what I need to do to get this done. Don't know why I'm being an idiot like that, but hey. You come off there, mate. Come on. I know I tightened you a bit last time, but there's no reason for you to give me this much trouble now. Maybe I'll let Randy tighten you. And that's the reason why I'm having this. There we go. I got you this time. There we go. Alright, so apparently I must have let my friend Randy tighten that last one. That one was extremely tight. I definitely will not be tightening it like that. So I just took both the screws out of the butt pad, and I took this off the remote line. I was an idiot and didn't take it off the remote line the minute that I got free. Here's your stackable butt pad pieces. There. Here's the body sitting right here, and we're going to go ahead and split this body apart. Or kind of. Maybe. Let's do it. Go on. Of course, the more that you do it, the better that you get at it whenever it's up. Of course, this goes without explaining. The more that you do this, the better that you get at it. When I was actually building this, I was so pro at this, actually. Amazingly good. I'll just be able to put it without it. Oh, can't. There we go. There's a tiny little screw that holds here. Whatchamajigger in place. I have just killed this disassembly video. I know I have. I'm not fixing to put it back together and do it all over again so I can look pretty. I'm really going to have to accept responsibility for what I did. There's your sling mount. I'll take that out before trying to split it. For Jake Craft Wrap. And yeah, this is the point where it'll just come right off. There we go. And put that on there. We'll go ahead and use this one as our prime. Here's your weight in the back. You can always go in there and take that out if you really want to. I didn't take it out because it just makes it more, you know, it makes the weight right. So we're going to set this aside because this is the one that we're going to look at. Right? Right. Alright, so here's your remote line. The way that the remote line goes in there is that there's this little area drilled out in the back that it goes up on through. It slips in through here. This little piece right here. It just slips right on in there. Alright. This is also the piece that this goes down in through. It would explain why I needed to drill out and cut off this other side, because, look at that, it goes in right through that up where the other side would have been. So that just goes in right like that and attaches to the back nipple. Here is your internals. There's your secure notch. Go ahead and unscrew the barrel for you here. when you unscrew the barrel to change the velocity, you may want to just disassemble the marker and chrono it like this with everything else off. You know, once you chrono it one time, you probably don't have to disassemble it ever again. But the reason why is because these two pieces right here, they sit up against the barrel with a tiny bit of pressure, and if you unscrew it, you may scratch the paint job. There's already one scratch there on the barrel. But hey, you know, you're into that, you're into that. What was I looking for? I was looking for something. Oh yeah. Right? Yes. The velocity adjustment for this in particular marker is right down there. Which is the reason why you have this little thingy. When you adjust it, you do this. Pull right down in there. I've never chronoed it, so I have no idea what it's shooting at. So, we're going to go through the process of getting it prepped for reassembly. I'm actually not going to completely reassemble this yet, because I personally would like to know if you want the remote line or not. You know, I'm a remote line guy. I only have one remote line. But hey, that's okay. Prepping it for reassembly, you're just basically going to get it in there. You're just going to lay it in there. Of course, you're going to want your barrel on. But once it's laid in there, once it's laying in there, then you just put the top back over it. You make sure that all your back pieces are in order, of course. This little piece right here is notorious for coming out. It has a little screw in it, a little nut I mean. You want to make sure that all these pieces are back there. Once this is in, line it up a bit, put your top over it. You know, go ahead, start securing from front, back, to middle. And while you're doing this, you can adjust this to where it needs to be for the secure screw to be in. So once you get your cheek rest down, secures back here, pressure secures back here, and that's pretty much it. That's all I can really think of off the top of my head. Comes with different size adjustment screws for the bolts. You know, that's the disassembly of it. I might ship it to you disassembled. Of course, if you ask it for that way. It'd probably be a lot cheaper to just ship it disassembled. So if I don't know, I need to go get a special made box from UPS or something like that. I don't know the full gist of how that goes. Put it back in there. Put it back in there. So I'm going to go ahead, upload this, send it to you. If you have any questions at all, feel free to ask them, and I will answer them. The one pet peeve that I have, though, if you want to trade, is I'm a college student, also has artificial wear up here on the rails. I'm a college student. Alright, I don't have any source of income. I cannot afford to ship this unless I'm paid to ship it. So in other words, if you want this marker, I mean, I'd love to have a Tipex set up, but I can't trade you if I can't ship it. So you'd have to pay the shipping for it, man. If that's a deal killer, that's a deal killer. I'm sorry, but you know, that's just the situation that I'm in. But overall, that's how it disassembles. That is the it just reassembles in reverse. I'm sure you can find a way to play reverse. I made a lot of mistakes, but you know, I'm sorry. That's just me being a fucking idiot. Excuse me. That's me being an idiot. Alright. Yeah, if you want it, you want to pay for shipping, and we go ahead and we do the deal and everything, I'll be sure to look around and throw in some little extras or goodies for you. But that's it. That's the internals. That's making sure that it still shoots. Remote line's back fixed again, apparently. And, alright. Thanks for watching, man. Let me know.